Well, we've been here since July, and the garage is finally about cleared out. So, bikes here, some storage there, spot for the SHO, spot for my wife's car, and then the Firebird will be over there. Got somebody in the neighborhood coming to pick up that little old kid bike. Got the AC unit in the window, nice storage up top. Gonna have an above ground storm shelter here. It's a 4 foot by 8 foot by about 7 feet tall, almost 7 feet tall, 6.5 feet tall right here. So it'll be basically a shelf on top also for more stuff. I went ahead and put in-wall speakers here and over here. Got a heck of a deal on a TCL, I believe this is a 55. It was a early Black Friday deal. I think I paid like 180 bucks for it or something like that. It was under 200. It was a really good buy. It's not the greatest TV in the world, but it works for out here. Watching TV while I'm working, have games on, things like that. So got the floor epoxied. Had that done before we actually moved in here. The garage itself is 4 feet deeper than a normal garage. So it basically lets us have the extra space over there for that storm shelter box. We had bad luck at our old house. We had an in-ground. We live in Tornado Alley. Central Oklahoma is notorious for tornadoes. And, you know, rather be safe than sorry. And this will give us a good place to store stuff. I'll be able to put the bikes, kids' toys in there. As long as they can open that door, should be okay. I'm going to make sure they can. But if not, I'm sure I can find other stuff to stick in there. Obviously have storage on top. There's some parts left for the Firebird that I'm going to take up, have the exhaust done up whenever we put the motor in. So anyway, so yeah, it's a little bit, you know, kind of a big monstrosity over here in the corner eventually, but it'll be worth it, and peace of mind. But yeah, we had bad luck at our old house. We had some water get in an in-ground shelter, and it messed up some sentimental stuff, so my wife was pretty upset about that. So those boxes right there, the toolboxes, it's actually 2 Harbor Freight boxes. I took the wheels off, basically just built some 4x4 stands for the boxes. So there's actually 2 pieces of wood stuck together vertically and horizontally to make up that space. And then I put a piece of metal on the end, so it kind of closed it in right here on this end. Down the bottom right there where my foot is. Yeah, sorry, this is kind of scattered video, but I did the speakers, and one over there. Bought this Sony subwoofer. It's small, another Black Friday thing. Works pretty well. It fills in the low end. This thing isn't just stellar sound, but it sounds good enough for me. Sony Bluetooth radio, Echo, Amazon Echo, whatever. So it's cool that you know, I can just say, hey, play blah blah, and it'll play it. So it's set up to Amazon Music, which is pretty cool. So had the lights done in here, these fluorescents, one here, they're 8-footers. One on top of where the Firebird will go, and then one over here between these cars. Yeah, so the house is pretty set up as far as the garage goes. I'm finally getting it done. Today's the day I'm finally getting to go pick up the Firebird. It's been down since, gosh, July of 2017. Cradle in the garage, got the house settled, everything settled for the most part, got everything out of the garage, had 3 storage units worth of stuff in there. Finally made room for the car, got the motor back, got the videos that you guys probably saw of putting the motor together, and so now it's been about 2 months since the motor was put together, and I am going to pick the car up. I actually was gonna have my buddy do it out in a small town east of here. He had something come up. He's actually moving houses and didn't really have time, so I was gonna do it in my garage. Kind of weighed out the scenario. I'd kind of budgeted to pay him to do it, to get the motor and the trans back in the car, and I opted to have another shop do it, called XP Racing, north side of Oklahoma City. Brett Seaberg's the owner up there. I've known him forever, since the days of OKGMP, which is like a GM Performance group back from like 2005, 2006 is when it started. So now it's just a Facebook group. It used to be pretty active. Now it's kind of dead. But anyway, still rocking the hoodie. But anyway, he's been around these cars forever. So I ended up taking the car up there, trailered it up, dropped it off about 2 weeks ago. We've had some really lousy weather. It's been about 2.5 weeks, I guess. So we've had snow, crazy snow. Like we really don't get snow. So it's like a foot of snow over 3 days. So that happened last week. Finally got it on the dyno. Made some pretty good power. So I'll give you guys the rundown on everything that is back in the car here shortly. I'll pick it up and yeah, so be back in just a minute with some footage. Back in the car. 6-speed. Gauges are going nuts. Fuel gauge is stuck. Got to fix that. Oil pressure's good. Temp's good. Tach needs to be fixed. It's not working. I have to put a resistor on it to boost that signal so the computer will read it, or a gauge will read the computer or whatever. And then gotta figure out what the service engine tune light is and the low coolant. But the brake and the ABS NOP is for the rear end, from the rear end, because it's a 4-channel rear and a 3-channel car. So it's kind of nerve-wracking getting back in this thing because I hadn't driven it in so long. But it's like having to learn how to read. Oh, nearly killed it. Relearn how to drive a stick. Set the phone down because I can't hold it while I'm driving. It's noisy as poop. It's got basically a catted Y pipe, and it's got a tailpipe, and that's it. So tomorrow morning I'm having a Borla cat back put on it, and that'll be better. It'll make it not so noisy in here. It's pretty crazy how loud it is. I'm an old guy, so I'm not a big fan of loud anymore. It's alright at the track, but even this loud would probably get old. So rear end's a little noisier than I hoped it would be. It's the 327 gears. I may switch those back to 373s and have them set up again. Hopefully it won't be as noisy. Gears are long, it's just kind of different. I mean, I don't mind it, but basically you can cruise 5th gear to like 55 before you really want to shift, even almost 60. So it's just kind of different. I don't know. 342s aren't that much different, but I figured it might be a little bit better. But it's definitely a long gear. So, but it's driving good. Its tuning is okay. It's not great. I may have to have him tinker with it a little bit. But it's not bad. So just getting it home, almost home. Stopped to get some fuel system cleaner. I was hoping that maybe that would help. Maybe Techron and help unstick that gauge. It's moved around since I filled it up, so I had to get gas in the city. And I wasn't thinking I topped it off, but I'd rather be, safe than stuck. So I'll probably drive it around about 100 miles or so, and then add Techron and top it off again. Hopefully it'll mix it up better and maybe unstick the gauge. But yeah, it's wild to be back in it. Ride's rougher than I remember, but I haven't driven an F-body in 4 years, so that's probably part of it. But yeah, it's cool to get back in it. There's a few little things I got to fix and tinker with, but I'm happy to be back. Oh, here you go. Shut it. There you go. Yep, careful with your zipper. Don't let your zipper hit it. Yep, so I was driving it. There's a little lever under here.
Whoa, that's so cool.
You like it?
When I get a little bit older like you, can I work on a real engine?
If you want to. I can show you how to do it together.
I want to be a car driver. I want to be a car
That sounds good to me.
I want to be a little bit older.
Okay. I'll teach you everything you need to know.
So excited. Hey,
Sound
can
good?
you teach me how to ride it?
You don't ride the engine, you ride in the car.
I know. I want
Yeah.
you to teach me how to ride in the car.
Yeah, we'll do it, and I'll show you how to drive it. How about that?
Innards in the backpack.
Okay,
Yeah, then
sounds
I'll
good.
get it.
All right.
What about let's honk the horn?
Honk the horn. Let's see if the horn works. You want to try?
I'm gonna do this.
Come here. You want to do it or you want me to do it? Do you want to do it? You got to hop in again. Here, can you open the door? Watch out. Here you go. Can you push the big middle button? Right there. Yeah, just push the wheel right in the middle. Real hard. Real hard.
I can't do it.
Here, do it over here on the side.
It sounds like Mommy's car, but it's a little.
But it's louder. All right, dude. I'm gonna turn the video off. Have you seen enough? You excited?